So it's all Gucci. We keep on churning out memes, building some funny content around Walt Diznutz with, it's where all the DGen meme token characters go to play. Look, man, this is gonna resonate with the normies, man. Like everyone likes Walt Disney World. We officially cannot say we're affiliated, but whatever. We'll beg for forgiveness. It is Web3 after all. We gotta probably prep for like international communities because, look, Walt Disney World is global, right? Everyone knows all these characters, so I don't know, man. I think this will work. I think this will work, and either way, your bags are safe. From where you bought in to sold, the people that have bought in early, the people I know, people the dev knows, and so we're all kind of connected. So if we do sell, it's going to be very like smart, like small sells. We're not going to try and like dump the chart. We're not going to pull a Brett. Like this is something that we're going to grow and make sure that our community enjoys the benefits of trusting us early. So thanks everyone that's here, and I got a lot riding on this just because I got other communities and people from my communities in here too, and I know them. They're freaking holders. These guys, they're awesome. So whoever's coming in and joining us for this ride, you're in luck because it's not just me. It's not just this wild dev, but it's also the community that I'm bringing in from my other communities who I know for a fact are based holders. So, and Titus Sliffy, man, he is like, if you're not following this guy's calls, this guy's a freaking monster. He's only at like 1.5 or 3K calls, but definitely look up Titus Sliffy on Twitter. Follow him. He's got some amazing calls. They're not all my projects, believe it or not, but the guy's just I think he just recognizes people who are consistent and show up, and there's humility about him that I really like, that you don't see often with influencers. So let's prop this guy up. He's going to be a big part of this community. He's a big part of Web3 already, and I think he'll continue to grow. So give him a follow. He's great. But see.
So if you can talk a little bit about the project, what's next for you, like Dextool, CoinGecko, whatever, that would be nice.
Yeah, look. Let me just put it this way: CoinGecko, CMC. When we have the necessary volume, we'll do it. This is like I said, my friend here, whose son came up with this concept, Walt Diznutz. I think he made like 125K on Whiff and Michi alone, which represents like less than 1% of his portfolio. He doesn't care. This is for him a passion project. That's the thing. With people who are like real whales in this space, not Web3 whale, but Web2 whale,
okay.
Stuff like this will get done. Dextools is already paid for. Dextools is already paid for. I'm waiting in their premium token channel. With the roadmap for this guy, like honestly, guys, like, can you imagine a world where Walt Disney World, right, where you go and have fun? It really is the ethos of Web3, right, where you kind of go and have like let your imagination run wild, right? You got a little dog with a hat, you got Michi that wears all these different costumes, you got a pop cat with a really loud mouth. I mean, it's just like you got Doge, you got Shib. I mean, if you think like Web3 as the whole, right? It is like what every person dreams of, right? You nail the right token, and you get life-changing, right? And what better than have a place that represents that kind of like narrative of, hey, this is where dreams are made, and kids like think about going there all the time. Let's bring those memes into this space, but in like a funny way, right? Like I'm not saying like, hey, it's like boring ass Walt Disney World. Nah, like we want to. It's Walt Diznutz, right? So it's a parody of Walt Disney World, right?
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we're getting grade A content. We're getting animators. We're not going to throw this shit together. Darth is going to help us with the website. Darth helps. He helps Rusty. He helps Red. we're giving him some supply. He's someone I really, really trust. Acknowledge I trust him from another project that I helped run, which is KeyCat, which reversed from KeyCat the Solana version. So it was like probably 400K when I started, and now it's sitting at 2.4 million. Probably going to blast up and catch up to the base version. That's some alpha for you guys. Rusty, honestly, when we took over, that was like 30K. Now it's sitting at like 170K. That's my baby, right? I'm going to keep pushing that. I really want that to follow the Pajamas, which is the first YouTube cat. Rusty's the first YouTube dog. I'm very confident in that project. But I'm here to stay, right? Ansem, which is the Retardio version of Ansem, the caller. So we got in around like, I got in around like 300K. I DCA'd, decided to help with the community takeover after the dev rugged. Notice a common theme. All these projects were dev rugs. So guess who's not going to you guys? The person that likes to do community takeovers, right? So you know, I figured this was a great opportunity, right, for me to get involved in something with a good friend who I know can like bankroll a lot of the initiatives, and do right by the community, right? He doesn't really need this money. He's not looking to make 10K, 50K, 100K on this. This is something that his son came up with, just so you know. This guy does not need this money. This for him is where he can kind of let his creative juices flow. And it's the same reason why I love the Web3 space, right? I come from Web2, a startup world. Like a lot of the guys here already know my spiel. You know, I've raised like 10 million to date. I've founded and sold 2 companies in Web2, but like in Web3, I love it. It's so fun. You get to like it's so fun. It's so fast. You get to learn from a lot of people around you. You get to meet people, you know, and I hope I get to meet a lot of you guys when you know, any of our projects are like super successful to the point where, hey, like I could maybe fly some of you guys out to like New York or something and party it up. But I mean, in what other world can you really do that, right? Like with the asymmetric risk, right? Like, okay, at most we lose like what, 20K, 15K, right? If you start like a restaurant or something, that's like hundreds of K, right? You can't really, you know, create something like that, right? Web3 you can, right? So for us, you know, what if we could build something great, like with size, right? And you do it with such low downside risk, and really all you do is like you network, you create fun content, you do some strategic things, you learn from people around you. I mean, like, that's freaking awesome, man. And I'm in for that reason, and so is this guy that I'm really good friends with in real life. So you know, look, I was trying to tell people early on, like, look, fucked up the launch, whatever. Like, we got it out of, you know, pumped up fun. Yeah, we control a lot of supply, blah, 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 blah. We burned 10% of it. We were actually thinking about burning another 10%. We don't really give a shit. So, you know, as long as our holders feel comfortable, that's kind of our initiative here, guys. I mean, the narrative is strong just because it's easily memeable. And not just memeable in the way that, hey, like, we're creating this, like, linear path. It's actually memeable because it bridges multiple communities, right? Like Goofy could be Whiff, Minnie Mouse could be like, I don't know, Michi or something like that, right? And you know, Mickey could be Ansem or something like that. So I just think like this is, I noticed those types of projects do very well if you can kind of meme and create content really, really quickly. And you know, I'm here to say, like, we're gonna invest in the right people here. If you're in the community, you like want to build in Web3. I've said this spiel with any of the projects that I've taken over, but like this time we actually have a real like decent supply where like it's in everyone's best interest. If you can contribute, raise your hand, man. This is let me tell you, this starts hitting the things that we think that this can hit together. Like you'll be happy with 0.2%, 0.25% of supply. Yeah, like we'll quote unquote dev the project, but ultimately you can help us guide where we want to build this thing, right? And we'll make the financial decisions on your behalf to make your financial success a higher probability. All right, so that's you know, I'm not gonna just sit here and say when $1. Like that's stupid. Like we're gonna come up with a nice strategy, we're gonna implement strategies, we're gonna do it. Okay, so you know, each one of you guys here, you're early, so you know, let's keep building together. Okay, guys, I gotta dip. You can probably hear in the background. I got kids, so I gotta go back to them. But look, we're in it. We got some pretty decent sized whales here, so you don't have to worry. This is not going to be a Brett situation. This isn't like a cabal that's going to fuck you guys over. We're going to succeed, and we want to see if we can do it. That's it.
Okay, guys, so you heard the project WALT Diznutz. I'm already locked in, I already got my bag, so it's up to you guys if you want to jump in. We're very early, not even 4 hours in, and this comes from Palm Fund, so go ahead, lock in, put your bag in, and hopefully we can 10x this thing, 1 million, 10 million. That would be awesome.
You know, these things can just blow up. You never know. So I was on one project. We launched, and 3 days later, we were sitting at 200 million market cap. You know, in the first day, I think it ended up hitting like 3 mil. By the second day, it was at like 30 mil, and then it was at 200 mil the third day. Yeah, and what's funny is most of the people that got in early actually sold early once it hit 1 million, and you know, then all the whales came in and bought up all the fucking supply and fucking sent it. So I always just tell everybody, make sure you keep a boom bag, because even a boom bag can be worth a couple $1,000s. You know, sitting at 200 mil market cap, you never know. Yeah, I turned $100 into $200,000 on that play. That was fucking crazy.
$100 into 200,000?
Correct. I got in at 60,000 market cap with a $100 bill, and at 200,000 market cap, it was worth $200,000 to me.
Wow! Did you take some profit?
Oh yeah. I sold my bag probably I don't know, over a period of like 3 or 4 days. I did get about $40,000 out of the project. 200,000 would have been a lot nicer, but you know, doing that also, you know, you're just screwing everybody else I helped with at the same time. So, you know, and you gotta think about how much liquidity is actually in the project when you hit those kind of market caps, and you know, look at how much you're trying to sell. You know, try not to put more than like a 3%, 2% price impact on the chart. That way you can keep your bag still growing there, you know. So I'm one to take profits slowly and ladder out as I need to. You know, unfortunately, not everybody's like that in the space, but that's okay. You know, eventually you get on the right project with the right people that know how to hold and how to fucking take profits correctly, and you know, you'll fucking hit a moonshot one of these days. So.
Wow, but still 40. So at the end, you end up with 40K total.
Yeah, 40,000. You know, it was nice. It was money much needed. So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you started with $100. Oof, that's great, man. That's great. It's not like you invested 5,000 or 10,000 or something like that. Just $100, and you turned that into 40K. Yeah. Wow.
Well, you know, most people can't hold that long. You know, I was looking at it at a 10x, saying, "Shit, it's worth 1,000. Should I sell?" Nah. You know, the $1,000 isn't going to help me, right? I mean, that's you know, I'm going to pay a couple bills with that, and that's about it. You know, and I'm still broke at the end of the month.
Yeah, for sure. That doesn't move the needle for sure.
I need life-changing money. I know a lot of people say that, but you know, I hold for life-changing money because you know, it is possible in this space. I've already seen it. You know, I watched, you know, like I said, $100 turned to 200,000. Didn't sell the top, you know, but you know, still made 40 grand, you know, in a few days, and you know, it's possible to do that again. You know, it's not going to happen every day in this space, but you know, you just got to look out for the ones that are possible. You know, and you know, typically it starts off by guys that buy up a bunch of supply early, you know, and that know how to hold together. So, you know, and it's got a good meme, you know, name to it. This one's got one, so we'll see what happens.